name's Tom Trevara, manager Camp Coorong. You'd say I'm a cultural teacher here, Camp Coorong Race Relations Cultural Education Camp. I was interviewed here earlier in this room, and the other camera team asked me about the young people that were doing film work here at Camp Coorong. I said, we have to come to terms with that. The problem with us as Ngarrindjeri people today is our lives are caught up with surviving in this modern day and age. We've got to come to terms with electronics, the media, the camera. Us older ones have got to sit and look at that camera, and we've got to tell our stories. That's the way of maintaining our culture of who we are as Ngarrindjeri people, is we're not losing it. We're still teaching it, but we've got a different way of teaching it.
My cultural activity is very important to me with the feather flower making. It feels so natural to me because I learnt it off my elders. That was so important to me. I may have wandered away for it for a few years, but you never ever forget your culture. You always come back to it, to teach the younger generation. That is my message out to the public, but us Ngarrindjeri, the Ngarrindjeris, to keep the culture going.
It's with the children today. We can't take them out on our country now and show them what we grew up with, because it's not there. It's disappearing. Our lands and our waters is dying.
Years ago they created all the open cut drains in the southeast of our country, which took away the water system. Here, in one of the driest states and one of the driest continents in the world, they have all this massive water flow going out to the Southern Ocean, which should be coming back into the southern lagoons of the Coorong and pushing out through the Murray mouth. The over-allocation of water up through the whole Murray system is just taking away any flush that we had from there.
I could remember swimming at the end of the jetty, and we couldn't touch the bottom. Now it won't even go up to my ankles. These people who are holding back water so it can't flow, what about the human spirit? Your fellow man. Money has got to come second place somewhere along the line.
We're trying to push the message to the powers that be, so people in the state government and Commonwealth, just how important it is to have access to water, and they know that it's a basic human right, access to good quality water, and we're being denied that to some degree, but we're also having this cultural effect because you know, our lake it's never been like this ever in history.
In our Ngarrindjeri belief, you know, we say that, you know, the lands and waters is a living body, and that we are a part of its existence. And if our lands and waters die, then we will die. And that's because we're connected to country, and we're connected to each other, and we're connected to all living things. It's time for a change. We've all been taught a lesson here with this drought. Everybody must come to terms with what's happened here and learn how you should live with the country and not against the country. We can't do that. It's not our right to set our children up to live in a failed country for the future. That's being unfair.
My grandmother, she swam in the waters all her life, the Lake Alexandrine and Lake Albert and the Coorong, as did her mother, and as did my father. The memories that stick out the most were the ones, you know, swimming in the lake, swimming in the Coorong, fishing. Me and my grandmother and my brothers and sisters going down to the lake, just yarning and talking. That's Ngarrindjeri culture. That's what we do. I just think, will it be there when I have children? I'm only 22. Will my children, will their children be able to do the same thing as I did with my grandmother? And it's very important because that's Ngarrindjeri culture. We have the ocean water, we have the Coorong water, we have the lake water, and we have the river. And we've always lived by the waters. We are water people. We are water spirits. I only have one country, and this is this country. And if that goes, I've got no other home. this is my home. Just to see that go, oh sorry, but it's just really hurtful, and our land is sick and something needs to be done, and it needs to be done now.